Hi my awesome friends. Are you going to have a real laugh today? So I had to go to the dentist because I broke my tooth eating a salad at a wedding. I chewed on a tree tomato pip, which was as hard as a stone of an olive, and I broke my front tooth. So I'm lying in the chair at the dentist, and they put this little bright green bib around my chest so you don't get messed, and it's got a plasticky look. Obviously when I left I said, please can I have a new one, and they thought I was a bit mad. So I've realized I can separate this plastic backing, which is quite cool in itself. It's got lovely texture, from the actual dentist bib. So how fun is that? And I really like the color, and I thought, the journal I'm busy has a bit of green in it, and I must say this color green is my younger son's favorite color. He absolutely loves this lime or acid green. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use a piece of this dentist bib or dental bib in our journal. Okie dokie. So what I want to do first is have a look at which page I'm going to do here and make a mark as to where I want to cut it. I don't want to cover all the pages in my junk journal because I would like to have some of the original book pages and things, but I do want to cover some of them. Okay, put the journal out the way and let's work with what we have here. So, what is the strangest thing that you have actually used in your junk journal? Please leave me a comment, because I'm sure that I'm not the only one that does strange things or saves odd stuff. I'm forever taking things from the restaurants, but yeah, I think going to the dentist and taking something from the dentist is definitely my new high. Okay, so we are going to cut this, and I cannot find my blade because I have such a mess. And you can see it's very flimsy because I just tore it there. Gonna tear. No, not a good idea to try and cut it with a blade. So we're going to have to use our scissors, or actually, a better idea, I'm going to tear it with a ruler so we have that uneven look. And you see, we have now an even edge, and that's obviously the plan, because with junk journaling you've just got to go with the flow. So let's have a look-see. We put that in our journal. What is the size of the page? And I think what I want to do, so that we now have all the edges that are torn, I'm going to tear this one here. Oh, let's see. Now that's interesting. It also didn't tear very well. Do you see that? So that didn't tear very nicely at all. I guess we have to cut it. Very interesting, because I've never used this before, but I can see that these little lines are actually sort of tiny perforations, and that's obviously why it doesn't cut so well. And I'm going to cut it over there. Hopefully I've got the right piece. Now, so this is actually extremely flimsy paper, as you can see. Nearly like, I would say, a napkin, or as we call them in South Africa, a serviette, paper serviette. Okay, that looks great. And because of how flimsy this is, I'm going to once again use my stick glue. So here we go. This is a coffee dyed piece of typing paper in my journal that I am now sticking a little bit of green dental bib to. Okay, and here we go. I did cut it a little bit smaller than the page on purpose, and I'm going to use my old credit card to smooth it down, but also not too hard, because much like a napkin, it will lose some of the detail, and I really don't want to lose all the detail that's on this napkin. Could have put a bit more glue on, because I haven't glued it properly, but it's going to have to do. And also forgot that I had glue from my previous page, and now I've got glue on the back of this page. Okay, so now I have my napkin, and I have these two beautiful botanical prints that somebody sent me, and I'm going to fussy cut them quickly. You know the trick for fussy cutting: sharp little scissors, and move your paper, not your scissors. I think this is going to be sweet. And this journal that I'm busy with now is honestly a journal full of interest and lots of tactile things. You know, there's lots of things you want to touch and feel, because there's different textures. I love that about any kind of journal. I have made previous journals, not junk journals, and I always have tactile things or interactive things in them. Okay. They're pretty quick to fussy cut. I know some people hate it, but I find it extremely therapeutic. It's a great thing to do while you're watching TV. Obviously, if the light is good and you're not sitting in the dark watching TV. Okay. So here I am sitting with my thoughts, and I'm not speaking. Sorry about the silence there. Well, I think it's actually okay to be quiet. We don't have to fill every moment with talking. And I have a confession to make. When I watch video tutorials, especially at night, because I don't sleep very well, I watch them in silence. I hardly ever have the sound on. I just watch what the teacher is showing. So yeah, if my voice irritates you, you're always welcome to put me on mute. Okay. So once again, we are using all kinds of goodies that have been sent to me over the year or two from happy mail friends. I'm waiting for the green page to dry. That's why I'm fussy cutting this picture in the meantime, and it's a lovely picture because it's actually South African fynbos, and it's a protea. So it's amazing how this journal has come into its own without very little thought, or with very little thought, not without. I haven't really planned anything. It's just tidying up and finding all kinds of bits and pieces and thinking, I'm going to stick that in my junk journal. And it seems to be coming together and having a theme of butterflies and flowers. And even if I look at my coffee dyed paper that I created at the workshop that I went to, it also has flowers on it. Look how beautiful this coffee dyed page is. And I also want to cut this little piece of white out here. A little bit finicky, but it will be worth it. And I'm going to leave the other. So look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? This beautiful protea. Now, if I look at my page, it's very stark, very bright green, and I'd like to subdue that a bit. So using my very dry old ink pad, I'm going to grunge it up a bit. And I'm deliberately making little darker spots here and there. I think it looks much better slightly grunged than just the stark green. And I'll show you the difference. Grunge? No grunge. Okay, so here we have our beautiful die cut protea, and I'm only going to glue it down completely. I'm not making a pocket or anything like that, because I find this is very flimsy, and I think if you made a pocket it will just tear. So here we go with our beautiful protea. I'm going to use my needle tipped glue bottle again. And here we go. Okay. So thank you to whoever has sponsored making this journal with all the Happy Mail goodies that they've sent me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you spot something you've given me in this journal. If not, I'm sure it will surface in something else that I make. But how cute and how simple is that page made with the dental bib. Have fun, and don't forget to share the strangest thing you've used in your junk journal. I'd love to read the comments. Take care and have a lovely day.